Well, I haven't had too many of draws like that. So yeah, it's um, quite amazing to see that that many quality players are in one quarter, one section of the draw. But you know, it is what it is. Obviously, Nadal and Federer are just starting to build their rankings. They haven't played, and especially Roger hasn't played for 6 months of the last season. So winning Australian Open obviously got him to top 10, but he's still not top 8, which again is potentially putting him in position to play last 16 with a top player, top 8 player. So that's what happened. Um, we'll see what happens. I guess in the first 4 or 5 days of the tournament, we'll already have some very very strong matches.
Do you recall anything like that in the past?
Not too many times. I mean, I can't recall at the moment, but as I said, this is probably one of the toughest draws, yeah, that we all had.
Um, Novak, do you ever sort of think to yourself, I'm number one or number two, I should be getting sent for a draw? Rafa,
Mm. Well, again, Del Potro hasn't played as well too many tournaments last year. Matter of fact, last couple of years. So I mean, he's also building rankings. Um, you know, Zverev, is just also starting to get up. So these guys, I mean, are some fantastic players. Kyrgios, and it's just it happens. I think this is a very strong field. Is one of the strongest tournaments we have in sports. Everybody wants to do well, and it's just draw is something that you can't affect. I guess you have to accept it and deal with it.
Uh, how's you and Rod Laver are the only ones who won 4 consecutive majors on the men's side. Can you kind of talk about what went into winning the Grand Slam, but also the other side? What does that take out of you? Because obviously it seems like it'd be real draining with the pressure and all the matches you had to play.
Well, it's there's no doubt that pressure is part of what we do, and it's a privilege in a way because it means that you're doing something that is worthy and that has value. Something that you always dreamed of doing on such a high level. So pressure is included. Is you know it's just part of it. Um, Certainly as a top player and as always one of the top favorites to win a Grand Slam title, you expect from yourself a lot, and then obviously other people do as well. So that builds up, and there's no way you don't feel that. Obviously it's just a matter of how you deal with it. So um, winning 4 Grand Slams in a row is definitely a life kind of career achievement for me. Is one of the top things, probably the biggest achievement I ever had. And winning French Open for the first time and crowning that couple of years of consistent high results was magnificent. I really gave it all, and French Open was always one of the top priorities in the last couple of years. But on the same side, as you said, it took a lot emotions and energy out of me, and obviously took some time to reflect on things, and then I had to start remotivating myself and getting back on track. And I feel like right now it's much better than it was, especially in the second part of the last season, particularly after U.S. Open. I had those couple of months where I wasn't myself on the court, and now I'm at the better place. So I hope and I believe that I'm heading in the right direction.
I was watching a couple of clips of you from a few years earlier before, I think, your match in Acapulco, one of your matches in Acapulco, and I noticed watching you now, you look a lot leaner than you did a couple years ago. So it's been an effort for you. Have you lost weight, and is it sort of something that you wanted to do for some reason?
I've been even leaner, so I mean, but I feel good at the moment. I feel like I have enough strength, enough power, enough combination and balance of dynamic dynamics and speed and power on the court, which is important because this sport requires an athlete to be good at all, I guess, physical elements of your body, and you can't just be too powerful because then you're kind of jeopardizing the speed and the movement, and the other way around as well. So I'm trying to reach that always optimal physical state, and I feel fine. I mean, I haven't had too many injuries in my life. Haven't never had surgery, and playing on a top level for over 10 years. I mean, this is something I must be happy about and proud of, and I have a good team of people around me. So we're trying always to get better. Obviously, as I'm getting older, the body is changing, and I have to adjust to that, find new ways of keeping myself healthy.
Are you lighter now than you were a couple of years ago? Is that fair to say? I don't see your scales.
I was, yeah. I don't scale myself too often, but I was lighter, let's say, end of last season than I am now. So it really, goes up and down.
Novak, how do you feel coming into this tournament? Because on one end you're probably fresher than you were last year. The other end, less matches won. How do you feel?
I feel, as I said, much better in terms of game, in terms of mental side than I was maybe some months ago. I thought I started the season very well. I did great preparations, won the tournament in Doha. Then I obviously, lost that match against East Timor in Australia. Matches like this happen. I wasn't playing that great. On the other side, East Timor was playing great. So it happens in the sport. And after that, I had good Davis Cup and good preparation. I decided to play Acapulco. That was a really nice experience. Again, I played against Kyrgios. That was on fire that day with his serve. Lost one break, but generally, if I see myself from kind of larger perspective today and comparing to end of last season, I'm a different player. I feel more comfortable. I feel more fresh. I mean, I look forward to compete, and I feel more confident on the court.
Novak, is it safe to say that when you're on the court, you have a different sort of feel on the court than you did, say, a year ago? Like, is there a shot that's working for you a little better or not so much right now? You kind of have a different feel on the court than, say, a year ago, the way you're out there and the way you're competing and that sort of thing. Is that accurate, or?
Well, I would actually say that we all get to feel different each day, and I don't think my game has significantly changed for better or for worse from last year. I haven't started playing serve and volley, for example. I mean, I'm keeping my routines together and keep working on the same elements in the game, trying to improve them, obviously. But there are days when you're not feeling your backhand, days when you're not feeling your forehand, or vice versa. I mean, I think it's a matter of matches, the confidence, the match play, all these different factors that play a role in the overall result in the end, the way you play on the court.
Just wondering, I've heard some of the athletes say, once you get to number one, obviously the only place you can go is down. Once you won France, was there a tendency subconsciously to relax a little bit and say, I finally got there?
Yes, there was. I mean, and well, I mean, I don't regret things in life. Maybe I should have had maybe a longer break after that to kind of have more time to just recharge emotionally and in every aspect of my being. But again, it didn't happen, and I kept on going. And I'm, as I said, not regretting it, because I believe that there was a lesson to be learned, obviously, from that. So I think having the 4 or 5 months of the second part of 2016 was actually very important for me, for my growth, as a player and as a human being. So I learned a lot, and I keep going. I'm obviously motivated to to keep playing on a very high level.
A year ago in this room, you had that great comment about the wolves who are running up the hill are a little more eager, a little more hungry. And, talk a little bit more about wolves a year later. Do you think the
It's a great analogy. I mean, I can't recall, but I trust that I've used that. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm one of the wolves going up now, and I'm hungry. So, but I'm not the only one. So, there's so many players that. Oh, you want to stop me? Okay. No problem. I was just having a nice conversation here about wolves.
Talk about your hunger.
If I am not hungry to have success in this sport, I wouldn't be here sitting talking with you and playing this tournament. I mean, I've achieved so much in my career that I'm obviously very content with, and I could easily stop today and say, okay, it's been enough. I mean, but I keep going because I have that drive in me still. I have that flair. So as long as that's present, I'll keep on playing.
Look, from a technical point of view, you improved so much during your career. I remember your serve, for example, you improved and made it an almost perfect shot now. At this point of your career, is there anything specific on your shots that you feel technically you could still work on?
Oh, a lot. Even though it may be seen from outside. At times flawless, but definitely isn't. As I said, day-to-day best version of yourself changes. So you constantly have to work on all these shots to keep that level of consistency and performance. Because if you don't, you can easily lose that feeling. And we're talking about that fine tuning. I'm not talking about general stroke, which you, as a tennis player playing all your life, you can kind of forget that. But constant work and practice, daily practice, has some purpose and has some meaning, and that's why we are out there and trying always to have that nice timing, and because every tournament again has different conditions. Played indoor, outdoor, different surface, different balls, different bounce, different speed. So you always have to readjust yourself to those conditions. And obviously some players like their hitting point lower, some like hitting point higher, more spin, less spin, flat rotation. There's so many different elements to this game that it just makes you be committed, and just requires of you as a player to be dedicated full time to it if you want to be on the highest possible level. I mean, you can also use only your talent and still be positioned well in the rankings, but if you really want to aim for the top, you need to be completely dedicated to it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.